Shit. Oh, the Hangout is on air live. Welcome to another adventure. We're here to talk about Raw. It was fun. We're gonna talk about Raw tonight. You know, WWE Raw. Yeah, that show still does exist. For you smart ones out there who gave up on it a while back. Well, it is. Well, it's the 25th now because we're getting started late, but it's your Raw review for March 24th, 2014. And Raw was an epic failure tonight, and we're going to explain why. Grits was here. Hopefully he comes back. We'll see. So, what do you say we get into this shit fest? Starts out, you know, like they proved me wrong this week, guys. I say every week they start out with Stephanie and Triple H, and then here comes Randy Orton, and then here comes Batista, and then you get a quick match, and then you get talking in the ring. And you get a quick match, and then you get talking in the ring. You get a quick match, and then whoa, talking in the ring. Holy shit! Holy shit! Oh, well, they switched it up this week. It was only Stephanie, Triple H. Stephanie comes out. Go ahead.
Why wasn't Triple H on the show?
He was on the show, but not out in the ring.
He needed to be in the opening segment, though.
He did come out to the ring to talk to Michael Cole. I forgot. Forgive me. This epic segment there. So Stephanie comes out, and Jerry Lawler says that Triple H gave Daniel Bryan the most brutal beatdown he's ever seen on Raw. On that note, we'll talk to you guys on Thursday. See you guys on the website, and we're out. Fuck this shit. All right, fine. We'll do the review.
I didn't mean it. I started laughing.
Stephanie just rambled on and blah, 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 blah about being a leader of the masses. Talking about
massive tits.
Well, yeah. Talking about Triple H being the greatest superstar in history.
You're damn right.
Bullshit! And Daniel Bryan was being reminded last week of who owns the company. She predicts that Triple H will become the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Hell yeah!
You get boring chants,
Oh, fuck that crowd.
Oh, they showed them. They showed them. It'll be different next week because of those boring chants. And for the record, there was super loud CM Punk chants, and he'll be there next week because of that, Fucking, these chants are pointless. They don't do anything. You lost when you bought the ticket, as MG said in a VIP video. Oh, by the way, since I busted my ass and recorded 41 more fucking VIP videos today, posted 71 VIP videos in the last week on all various topics, a lot of pro wrestling topics I think you guys would enjoy. BlitzSportsNetwork.com. I'm killing myself running that website trying to provide new content all the time. Come give it a shot. I don't know how many more of these Raw reviews I have in me at this point. I mean, I say that now, but I know you guys look forward to them, so that's why we keep doing them. Back to this epic promo. Stephanie talked about how Daniel Bryan wouldn't be there. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy! This is awesome! This is awesome! This is awesome! This sucks. And then, oh my gosh, they haven't been doing this for the past 8 months. Here comes a guy who hears voices in his head and they talk to him. Randy Orton comes out. We have not seen this for the past 8 months. Orton talked about not going to be held responsible for what I do to Batista and Triple H. I am paraphrasing because the motherfucker talked forever about nothing. Orton also told Stephanie that she shouldn't allow Triple H into the main event match. Oh, holy shit. And then Batista came out. Yes! Yes! Batista! Batista said he doesn't care if it's Daniel Bryan, Triple H, or Randy Orton.
He doesn't care if the jeans cut off the circulation either.
Oh, come on, Gino. What do you know about skinny jeans?
I know them motherfuckers don't pass the squat test.
They did tonight. He said he's walking out of WrestleMania with the title.
And he walking out with the title in half of his jeans.
Deal. Hey. Mic wasn't working. The dumb motherfucker kept trying to talk. Instead of just grabbing another mic. I'm gassed up and I'm Batista. And my nuts hurt because my pants are too small. But he said that Randy Orton comes out sucking up to Triple H one week, sucking up to Stephanie the next week, and Orton is drooling all over Stephanie. Ooh! Whoa! The crowd literally was oohing and eyeing with this bullshit. Batista says Stephanie's been drooled on before. Whoa! Whoa! That was a diss.
I mean, she does have the biggest tits in the WW, according to Batista.
The WWE. Yeah.
I mean, this is TVY though. They gotta be careful with that kind of.
You can't talk about drooling. But he did. He's pushing the limits of TVY.
You'll get some from USA, I'm sure.
It clearly, the FCC's coming after him now. But he went on to say that actually she's been drooled on a lot. Whoa!
Jesus! Wow!
Holy shit!
Mm.
Fuck out of here. And then Stephanie slaps Batista and leaves. Dude, she fucking cracked him pretty good, I'll give her that. Batista ends up hitting the spear on Randy Orton, holds up the belts, and sure enough, the motherfucker ripped his jeans, dude. Dude, that's why you wear jeans. There's like a 3-inch rule between your nuts and your fucking jeans. I mean, my gosh.
I told you, bro, you know your jeans too tight when they hug your ankles. Like, when the bottom of your jeans are literally hugging your fucking ankles, they're too tight.
Let's get this straight. Skinny jeans on the ladies. Skinny jeans on the dudes. You will be looking back at old pictures of yourself going, what the fuck was I thinking? Dude's ass ripped out.
How can that be comfortable, though? I mean, how can they slide those on? And
bro, deal with it.
I'm telling you, before you leave the store, you have to do the fucking squat test, bro.
Deal with it.
Bro, you gotta drop it like it's hot just to make sure them jeans ain't too tight. Like,
deal with it.
You gotta deal with it.
I mean, shit. Bro.
Deal with it.
Fuck that. I ain't got to deal with no skinny jean wearing motherfucker who go on fucking Twitter and take fucking pictures with him doing the fish face and shit. Squeezing his fucking cheeks in and poking his lips out. Type of shit is that?
He walks alone.
Yeah, I ain't walking with the motherfucker.
He does walk alone, that's for sure.
His jeans don't even want to walk with him. They too fucking tight.
Yeah. Batista sucks so bad since he's come back that his jeans were trying to get away from him tonight. But so we move on after that super boring fucking.
His jeans moved on too.
Dude, Raw sucks. I'm a WWE hater and proud of it. Now, if they put on some good shit, I'll say they put on some good shit. But I fucking hate this trash.
Oh, you got that right. This is top of the line shit.
Oh, definitely. I love when people are like, "You're a WWE hater," and I'm like, "Thank you." You know, you know, hey, appreciate the compliment.
This is literally the worst shit I've watched on TV.
Yeah, Hillbilly Blood's probably more entertaining than this.
Damn, yeah.
Hillbilly Blood.
Wow.
Yep. Hardcore Pawn, which is, that's kayfabe too. Probably more entertaining. I mean, shit, dude. Think of all the good shit that's on TV. Sports. Fuck. MMA. Ridiculousness. You got your Storage Wars and Pawn Stars and Doug
Golden
Bernstein.
Girls.
Yeah, the Golden Girls are definitely
Better than
better.
this.
More edgy in this shit by
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, the Golden Girls wear less clothes than the Divas.
I mean, shit, 4 old ass women talking about fucking, and you watch a Raw, and you got motherfuckers in skinny jeans and shit.
Hey, Billy, Ghost Adventures. Yeah, they wear tighter jeans than the Golden Girls nowadays. But hey, Ghost Adventure. I mean, fuck, man.
That's an awesome show, man.
I told you about Ghost Adventure.
Yeah, I'm hooked on that. So I'm through season 1.
Yeah, I told you, man. All right, so we get a match. We get a match.
Oh, awesome.
Wrestling. Even though they never say the word during the entire show. Wrestling. Here. Wait, no. They don't ever say wrestling. Wrestling, no. Dolph Ziggler against Christian, against Alberto Del Rio, against Sheamus. Fatal. Someone might die. Fatal 4-way match for the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Pretty good match. I thought Dolph Ziggler pretty much stole the show during the match. He got a pretty good pop. Another great showing for Ziggs.
What do you mean another great showing? You mean the showing?
Well, yeah.
It's not on TV.
Yeah, it's like I said in that VIP video where we were going through entrances. Yeah, next week, yeah.
His music hit, and I actually did a triple take at the screen because I wasn't looking at the screen. I was like, oh, shit, it is him.
Yeah, he's still alive. It's confirmed. He was not on... No, that's not... It's too soon for that joke, but... yeah.
I know exactly what.
I know where you're going.
Yeah. He arrived safely. There's some nice chain wrestling. It was a good match. Christian went over when Ziggler hit the zigzag on Sheamus. He had Alberto Del Rio up in the air. Yeah. And Christian jumped in the ring to hit Dolph Ziggler, Dolph Ziggler with the kill switch. He took it like a champ. So Christian faces Big E Langston for the Intercontinental Championship. Look out, Bret Hart and British Bulldog. Here they come. Yeah, who fuck? I mean, it was a good match, yeah. At the end of the day, is it going to lead to anything that great? Come on, dude, this show's 2 weeks.
It does set up for a great scenario. I mean, you got Christian, who they're going to continue to bury, and you got Big E Langston, who's black. I mean, that is an interesting, unpredictable scenario.
Let's see. Vince McMahon doesn't like Christian's face. And how many African American champions have they had? The Rock.
Don't count.
You know what? VIP video for more. MG gave his unfiltered thoughts on this in a VIP video on BloodSportsNetwork.com.
Yeah.
Ha! So anyway, moving on. We get a Bray Wyatt promo. Bray says that people don't usually believe in things they can't see or touch. It's human nature. But in the case of John, the shit factor of professional wrestling, Cena, we all see him because how can you not see the billboards and infomercials shoved down your throats every day? Yeah, he said shove down the throats. That makes it a good show. He said, we see you. And then Bray asks if Cena's ever seen who he really is. He says he's the way into the city of woe, the way into eternal pain. This fucking guy Satan. The way to go amongst the lost, beyond the time he stands. Yeah. The Ultimate Warrior was at home going, that was great.
The only thing he didn't say is Cataclysm.
Yeah. And airplanes came crashing down.
So with the shark, I grabbed him by the dorsal fin.
Oh, that, yeah. Hulk Hogan, brother. I got one for you guys on Hogan later, but anyway. I'm kidding. Bray Wyatt cuts good promos. I am in a full troll mode tonight. I don't give a fuck, man. We're going to make this fun. Since Raw sucked, we're going to have a high energy, and we're going to make this shit fun. And Grits is here, so he can talk about cock blowers and dick suckers and all that shit. So, few of them he'd probably talk about. But anyway, Bray says, we're having fun, man. Michael Cole, dude.
Hell yeah. You can feel the energy in the
You can feel the energy. Yes, yes.
CM Punk. CM Punk.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit. This is here.
Awesome.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
This is awesome.
Fucking
Wait a minute. Let's go with the most intricate cheer. Yes!
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You think we're going to give a serious Raw review after this crap tonight? No. But anyway, moving on. Bray says, how can you harm something that just can't feel? And Luke Harper says he can hear John whispering, but now we're coming for you. And Bray tells John to run. Bray, we've got one request from this promo. We don't like seeing him run. So, you know, out of all the things you request, can we stay away from Cena running because it looks a little awkward like a penguin running out? Yeah. So anyway. Next we get, I mean, this is just, guys, you know you're tuned into the right show when you see Scooby-Doo! Which one of you guys have watched Scooby-Doo in the last 2 decades? Well, maybe MG, but out of Grits and Billy, it's been...
fucker.
You're younger than us, but me, Grits, and Billy, it's been at least, what, 2 decades?
Yeah, I can't remember the last time. I'd have to be like 8 years old.
I thought Scooby-Doo sucked.
Oh, fuck you. Scooby-Doo was the motherfucking man. What?
Fuck Scooby-Doo.
Motherfucking Scrappy-Doo trying to fuck people up and shit. Now you got these motherfuckers, these cool ass fucking potheads and shit. They had the munchies all the fucking time hanging with Cena. What?
Yeah, they did. But you know, to be honest with you, man, Wile E. Coyote was that dude, man, when I was a little guy. So, but yeah. Fucking Scooby-Doo showed up. Yeah, awesome shit, man. I mean, when Scooby-Doo showed up, I knew business was about to pick up. So Michael Cole's lame ass saying in the Scooby-Doo
Scooby-Doo, Hellfire, bring
Scooby-Doo. You fucked up my delivery. I was trying to say it seriously, but I can't. But no, his fucking cornball ass. Saying the Scooby-Doo theme, and then JBL goes, JBL wondered, he goes, who let the dogs out when Scooby-Doo was coming down to the ring? This is good TV. Corny bullshit. But, by the way, now I see why there's such a disconnect between the WWE and us. No, honestly, guys, you know the reason that we don't connect to the WWE? Because we digested Similac too long ago. I mean,
because we have cocks. Because we some long dick motherfuckers who like cock. That's why.
Oh my gosh!
I like how he mutes himself after he says that.
He does too. Grits is in and out. He's on the highway, sideway. All right, but then. So we get a match, I guess, between Sin Cara and Damien Sandow, and Sin Cara squashed him, you know, and the burial of Damien Sandow's character continues. But remember, MG, the people who think we're idiots said that Cena beating Sandow in the cash-in actually elevated him.
Let me touch on something. You brought up JBL, man, talking about who let the... Y'all ever seen the smile, the sinister grin he gives? He looks like the fucking pedophile who lives down the block in the suburb. You know what I'm saying? Who just has that smile, who tells the guy that the young boys to come on over to watch the game on a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? He slips Ruthie's in they fucking nutriments and shit like that. Then invites them down to the gym to work out. Hey, fucking underwear and shit like that.
Grits.
He looks like that. He looks
There's
like
some Gatorade, you know.
Yeah, have a Gatorade. The toys, all the toys. Toys.
There's candy in the kitchen. Yeah.
Oh, that's my man's how to catch a predator. You know what I'm saying? He be trying to get him. You want some lemonade and cookies?
No hair on his face. I hate that no hair on your face, man. That's what the fuck he got. Like he nasty fucking pedophile, man. It's creepy, man. He looks like a pedophile cop. You know what I'm saying? Like he tries to rope up little boys and shit like that, and he just rapes them in his squad car and shit like that, man. Oh, and another thing, if you have a girl, I don't care if she's the baddest motherfucking chick on the planet. You know what I'm saying? If she's the baddest chick in your town, whatever. If you have a girl, stop watching Raw, because she's going to start fucking her neighbor. She's going to start fucking your cousin. She's going to start fucking your best friend. She's going to fuck everyone but you. She's going to fuck your mom. She's going to fuck everybody.
Wait a minute. Time out. For the record, did you just say she's going to fuck your mom?
Yes. Well, you are. She's going to fuck your mom. Because
she's going to put a strap on.
Yes, and she will eat your mom's pussy, man. Viciously, she will eat your mother's pussy because you're a pussy to her. Stop watching this shit. Stop watching this shit, y'all. Stop watching this shit. I didn't watch this. Not one fucking single solitary second of this.
Oh, why is he on the review? He doesn't watch because he's funny and
I'm
entertaining.
A long dick motherfucker and I don't watch shit. You see this panel, man? No flay neither. Pause. These are real motherfuckers. These are pussy getting long dick go to motherfuckers up here, man. Alright, you talking to motherfuckers who go to the gym. You're talking to motherfuckers who work out. You're talking to motherfuckers who shoot dice. You're talking to motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, who work hard for their money, who take care of responsibilities and shit like that. You're talking to motherfuckers who get pussy. You know what I'm saying? So it's so hard. Yo, fuck all y'all with the egg too on Twitter. There's a lot of people on Twitter. If you got the egg, fuck you. I'm blocking you. I'm reporting you as spam. If you don't have a picture of your face, I ain't fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my real dudes who have they real picture on their AVI, man. I'm gonna shout y'all out later on in the review. But fuck Raw, man. Fuck Raw. No, I'm not talking about wrestling neither. I mean, if you getting pussy, fuck Raw. Fuck Raw. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, fuck Raw too. Go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry, man. The toys! The
toys! Candy in the kitchen. We got Oreos. There's Oreos. Yeah.
Did you see him walk down the aisle, Michael? The way he said, what is... He's been the champion for 3 months, Michael.
Oh my God!
The way he says that shit, man.
He does too.
What do you mean, Michael?
Flying goat! Oh.
It's a movement, Michael!
Oh my God.
Motherfucker, man. God damn, man. And Cole, you can tell Michael Cole pay pussy. There's no way he gets pussy for free. There's no way Michael Cole gets pussy for free. Nasty, out of shape. He's shaped like a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? I hate mother like that. There's nothing manly about this shit. Nothing, you know what I'm saying? He's shaped like a dyke. I can't stand that motherfucker. Man.
He said he's shaped like a knife.
He's shaped like a dyke, like a butch. That's how he's, you know, like a 46-year-old lesbian who tries to act like a man. That's the kind of body he has, man. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm used to Ventura back then and shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop watching this shit. Your girl's gonna cheat on you with everything that moves, man. Stop watching this shit. Stop watching this shit, man. Yo, if my homie, I think his name is Gerald, I see you, Gerald, man. Peter Parker Jr., what's good, man? That's a real dude. My man, Rob. I forgot the rest of your name, but it's Rob something, man. Yeah. You know
Rob. Wait, the emphasis on it. Rob. I forgot the rest of your name.
There's going to be about 70 Robs who watch this who are going to go, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. Check it out.
We're talking about anything except this fucking product, Michael. He's got to do it, Michael. He's got to. It's the reason he won the Rumble, Michael. It's the reason he won the Rumble, Michael. Motherfucking nasty motherfucker, man. Oh, man. I'm sorry, man. This has gone totally awry. But that's what happens when you review such a piss poor product. You got up here and you told me that Scooby-Doo was on here.
Yeah.
Did you mean Scooby-Doo came down the aisle?
Yeah.
Scooby-Doo walked down the fucking aisle, walked down the ramp.
Look, I'm not going to let y'all sit here and hate on Scooby-Doo. They watered his ass down. Scooby-Doo is way edgier than this shit.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Oh, come on, bro. You can't. You had Freddy trying to fuck. What's it called? Daphne and shit. Scooby and Shaggy smoking and shit,
like
lighting up.
But what? Generation Scooby-Doo viewer, man. We was watching it back in the day.
I grew up on the old episodes, man. Come on, man. They used to show all the old episodes on Boomerang. Come on, now.
Thelma had that 70s push, totally.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that shit was way edgier, bro. Fucking pothead with the munchies. Freddy trying to fuck Daphne and shit. That shit was way edgier than Raw.
And what isn't edgier than Raw? Well, fucking a volleyball is edgier than Raw, man.
I tell you, what's edgier than Raw. That fucking knife that cut Batista's G's.
Oh man. Well, they were too tight, Michael. It's the intensity in the Batista bomb, Michael. Don't let him fucking have a little boy, fucking trap a little boy in his basement. Him and Michael, man. Oh God, I can't stand.
I'm waiting for the day. I'm waiting for the day for Raw to start, and Michael Cole's gonna be like, "Well, kids, this week we've got Dora the Explorer." You know,
it's coming soon.
It is.
It's coming
it
soon,
is.
Bruce.
And I did not say that as a joke. I'm serious.
I'm telling you, it's coming a lot sooner than these fucking virgins watching this shit.
Bruce, the other night, man, I fell asleep out watching YouTube, and I just found a channel someplace on there. It just had all the Raws, like from around the Rumble, the '99 Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Like a month before that, and all the months after that, leading up to WrestleMania. And I was just watching them, all of them, man. So I fell asleep and woke up, and it was still playing. And to see the disparity from what the product was, because to me, after '99, it just went overboard. It got outrageous. It became comedy. It became a variety show. It got after 90, you know that era, that 96 to 99, when it was still just thugged out. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that era. After 99, 2000, 2001, it was too far out.
Wait a minute. It correlates with something. What happened in 2001?
What did?
Two things happened.
Left.
No, two things happened.
What's that?
They went publicly traded around that time.
No, two things happened in 2001.
They bought W.
ECW and WCW folding.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But even a little bit before that, they would just you know Vince's style. He always wanted to go with the soap opera shit. And but to see what it was back then, just the way all the guys were, the way they carried themselves, the crowd, Bruce, the fucking crowds back then. They were so, like a couple weeks ago, they had a fucking, it seemed like an hour-long match between the Real Americans and the Usos. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, this match is so fucking boring. And it was sad because you had at least 3 guys in that match that could wrestle, that could do some shit. And they're restrained. They're not allowed to, showcase what they got. And I remember back then in the Attitude Era, you had to come out there and showcase what you got, or you were gonna get booed and you were gonna get spit on, and the bird was gonna get flipped on you, and they would boo you, and they would just totally disrespect you while you was out there. So even if it was just a 5 to 8 minute match for the light heavyweight championship, you had to go out there and you had to go. You had to fucking go. You couldn't come out there with no bullshit. And that's what pisses me off, because the crowds would not allow you to bullshit them. Those early crowds in 1996, those guys who used to chant EC Dub at Raw, you know what I'm saying, until Vince finally brought some of the guys. It's like, what happened to that atmosphere in wrestling, man? What happened to it being us who dictated what happened? What happened to us being who dictated what we were going to see? What happened to us being the ones who dictated the product we were given? You know what I'm saying? We gave this motherfucker so much power that we have none left. And he's putting
No,
this
what it came
fucking
down to is they actually spun their top guy being booed as a good thing now.
Yeah, and exactly, man. And I was watching Hill Rock, Corporate Rock. Jesus fucking Christ, he's exactly what Stone Cold needed at that time, Bruce. Because I always preferred him going up against Corporate Rock instead of just a corporation. I'd rather, The Rock being the minion, so to speak, for Vince, than seeing Stone Cold go up against Vince. And it was just magic, man. Because something else that you always touched on is give and take. When you give the promos, you got to know how to give something so that guy can give you something back later on. And I really paid attention to their feud, and I had that in mind. And I was really like, wow, these guys understood what it was. This week I'm going to totally bury you, but I'm going to give you something where you could come back next week and totally bury me with that, and we could really build this shit up going into Mania. And I was paying attention to that between The Rock and Stone Cold. Like when Stone Cold came out there with the beer truck and he cut that fucking promo, I'm gonna go up Jabroni Boulevard and Know Your Road Drive. And I'm gonna check my ass into the SmackDown Hotel, go right up to room 316, and I'm gonna burn that son of a bitch to the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and The Rock didn't mind, and The Rock sold it, and he went with it, and then got sprayed up with beer. It's not this fuck shit like you see with fucking Cena nowadays, where he totally fucking undermines someone's promo, and he has to work it into a fucking shoot and all kinds of shit because he's too sensitive to understand. And that's another thing. Back then, they didn't have to get all personal. They could keep it in the ring. They could talk shit to each other and not have to get personal. I don't understand what part of the game that is nowadays, Bruce, where all these motherfuckers are getting all personal with each other and bringing all this real life shit into their promos and all that. Even back in the day when they did it in a fashion where the fans still didn't know it was, you know what I'm saying, where the fans believed it was personal, but not because they knew it was personal. You catch my drift?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
it's called
like with the
doing business. Yep.
Yeah, like with the Macho Man and Hogan's, like we felt it was personal, but nobody back then really knew it was personal. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like the whole shit with Cena and The Rock nowadays. When he cut that promo, and he was like, yeah, well, The Rock has this guy named Hiram who writes all this stuff for him. I'm like, and then the way he said it with this little smirk and this tone that he had, this condescending, I'm like, what a fucking dickwad. Like, that's why the business is so stale right now. And it's pissing me off. We got these guys getting all personal. How do you have top guys? Your top guy can't take a little bit of fucking shit, and he has to get all personal every time somebody throws some shit on him. The people don't see the insecurity in this fucking douchebag. He's a douchebag, Bruce. And it's not like, I don't mind somebody being a prick or a cocksucker. I like a villain. But like you said, he doesn't want to go heel, first of all, and he's a fucking douchebag, and he's ruined everything about this for me. He's ruined every fucking thing about this for me, man. What I love, going back and looking at that Stone Cold and Rock feud back in the day, I hate fucking Monday Night Raw. I hate the WWE. Fuck the WWE for life, my motherfucker. Yo, fuck it, man, for life, my ninjas, because it's whack, it's bullshit, it's you know what it is? It's wrestling with a sex change. It's the she-male version of what I grew up with, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck it is. It's the balls are cut off this motherfucker, man. And spearheading the movement is the motherfucking the facial hairless fuckboy buckethead Cena, man. And I'm tired of it. Why the fuck are y'all watching this shit? Y'all don't get no fucking wrestling. You don't get any fucking interesting storylines. You don't see any tough motherfuckers on the product at all. Why the fuck are y'all watching this? Go back. Go the fuck back and look at the fucking feud between Stone Cold and The Rock. 99 leading up to WrestleMania 15. Go back and watch that shit. Go back and watch how these motherfuckers carried themselves. And I'm not just talking about between the two of them, but you had the little feud between Rock and Mankind that played a big fucking role in that build up to WrestleMania 15 between Stone Cold and The Rock, because it helped build The Rock's character. You had motherfuckers back then who said, you know what, I'm going to do what's right for business. I'm going to put this guy over so that he could put the next guy over. And that's how motherfuckers did it back then, because they understood it was a revolving door. We're all going to eat. There's enough money for all of us to fucking eat. I don't need to stay at the top. I want to stay at the top, but I understand that I have to let somebody else get a little bit of burn for me to get back up there eventually. You know what I'm saying? And it was good competition, good healthy competition. And you don't have that shit anymore. You got 2 or 3 motherfuckers eating up everything, while everybody else is yo. You know how bad I want to see Dolph Ziggler just fucking go, man. I could watch that motherfucker bump for 45 minutes, man. I could watch him sell for 45 minutes. He would have thrived. There would have been a way that they would have made him a fucking a pussy motherfucker who could wrestle, and motherfuckers would have loved watching him take sick bumps back in the ECW era. You know what he would have been? He would have been the ultimate Stevie Richards. He would have been everything that Stevie Richards was trying to be, and then some. Be this guy with a way about him that wants everybody to hate him, but you know Stevie Richards, nobody really gave a fuck about him coming or going. You know what I'm saying? But with Ziggler, it would have been some passionate hate, but you would have still loved seeing him getting thrown through a fucking flaming table, because you know he was gonna take it sick. And somebody like Sandow, I want to see this. I want to see these guys fucking wrestle. I want to see these guys cut. I want to hear Sandow's promos so fucking bad. And we're gonna segue back into what you was talking about, because you had just brought up Sandow. And that Sandow is somebody who I want to hear on the mic. Sandow is somebody, when I first seen him come out there, matches, you know what I'm talking about. It was a squash match against Yoshitatsu. He fucking obliterated Yoshitatsu. And I was like, holy shit, who is this motherfucker, man? He gets it. Everything from his mannerisms to his facial expressions to the way his body language is so much more to what makes a great wrestler than just being a good mat technician or a good promo guy. Or so much more than that, man. When it comes to being a good worker, there's little idiosyncrasies that people don't know, man. And it's just so many guys that I want to see. But no, nobody gets to fucking eat. There's a small round table where only a chosen few get to sit there and eat. And the rest are giving fucking scraps like dogs. And y'all fucking supporting this shit, man. Stop watching this shit. I'm sorry. I'm done, Bruce. But yeah, man, it's like, you know, you brought up Sandow, and it's just, God, I would love to see fucking Sandow at the top of the card in a well-booked feud with somebody else and just cutting some epic promos. The talent is there, y'all. I'm not sitting up here shitting on this on this product because the talent isn't there. I'm shitting on it because the talent is there and it's not being utilized properly. The wrestling talent is there. The character talent is there. The acting ability and talent is there, and none of it is getting utilized. None of it at all, man, because 4 or 5 motherfuckers got to eat up everything. Why the fuck is Kane still in significant storylines to this fucking day? Why the fuck? We know why. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Get the fuck out of here. Wake the fuck up, y'all. Wake up, man. Wake up. That's what's so frustrating even more than anything. You know what I'm saying? They throwing you a bone with this Daniel Bryan bullshit. They throwing you a bone to fucking pacify you. But it doesn't mean jack shit in the long run, man. God, I want to see fucking guys like Ziggler and Sandow having motherfucking ladder matches for the WWE Championship, man. And whoever thinks that I'm a fool for saying I want to see Sandow that high on the card, go suck dick in Australia in the middle of the fucking desert while a kangaroo's kicking you in your ass, man. You don't know fucking wrestling. You don't know this business, man. Yeah, let him all soup you, kick you right in your fucking ass while you sucking donkey cock in the fucking desert, dick blowing motherfucker. Fuck all you cock blowers, man, who don't understand what we be talking about up here, man. Fuck all of y'all, man. Fuck all of y'all. If y'all don't see eye to eye with us, man. Fuck you, you're a cock blower, man. Everybody on your block is a cock blower. You have big cock blowing parties, man. Big cock blowing galas on the weekend. Motherfuckers watching the WWE network and all that bullshit. Fuck you, man. Stop supporting this shit, man. Yeah, I said somebody like Sandow should be up there. Somebody like Ziggler should be up there. Because they fucking should. How long Ziggler been in the company, Mad Jizza?
Shit, it's about to be 10 years in a minute.
Are you fucking kidding? Look at, why is he still where he's at?
He's been there since what, like 05, 06?
Yo, I see so many pretty motherfucking chicks on Twitter loving the Shield. Guess what? They're not going anywhere. They're not going anywhere, y'all. I'm talking about some bad pretty motherfucking bitches on Twitter. Sorry for calling y'all bitches, but I'm on my thugged out shit tonight. You know what I'm saying? And yo, listen, that reminds me of the Attitude Era, when bitches was like, damn, Stone Cold is a sexy motherfucker, or The Rock is a sexy motherfucker. And guess what? They wasn't on some One Republic shit. They was on some Wu-Tang shit. They was on some Metallica shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't on no fucking bullshit, man. They carried themselves like men. And that's something that I see with the Shield. Dudes who carry themselves like men, bitches like them, and motherfuckers want to be like them. You know, and to me, that's the it factor right there. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't get it. I just don't get it why guys like that aren't at the forefront of the company, man. I don't understand why guys like that don't have a place, you know what I'm saying, in the realm, because the realm has just been turned on its fucking head, where emasculated fuckboys and non-talented, non-athletic fuckboys, that's who are being idolized, man, at the end of the day. And so Vince could just feed off of that, man. Vince doesn't have to change anything up. It's a hand in hand. It's brainwashed motherfuckers already coming to the table, and Vince just brainwashing them even more, because society's pussified, and everything reflects that, from the NBA to hip hop music to the WWE. It's just a reflection of the fucking pussified society that we live in, man. And it's nothing against anyone. You know, if you're a big fan of WWE, fine. You know what I'm saying? As my man, the Black Lion, would tell you, more power to you.
Oh, fuck that.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't, man. I just can't get with it anymore. What the fuck happened, man, to everything that I loved? Why is it run by motherfuckers who sound like Drake? Why is it run by motherfuckers who look like Cena? Why is it flop motherfucking kings like LeBron? Why are these the guys that's spearheading everything that I love, that was so real and raw, and just, the 90s changed the world, man. The 90s changed the fucking world, and 90s wrestling was a big part of that, man. There's a reason why, if you're a hip hop fan from the 90s, you knew about guys that were wrestling in the 90s, and people who were wrestling fans knew about hip hop artists and metal artists and all that, and everything just meshed together, because the one common denominator, like Bruce always says, there was no low common denominator, no lowest common denominator. It was just one common denominator: tough, real, raw, That type of shit. That was the common denominator between all those genres of entertainment. And now what's the lowest common denominator? Vagina. Because half of these motherfuckers who are into this shit all have a fucking vagina. I'm done. I'm sorry, Bruce. I didn't mean to take up all this time.
All right, making it easy on me. All right. The next segment after Sandow continued to be not taken slightest bit seriously.
Fuck! You bring it up again and you piss me off again.
But by the way, Stone Cold is stunning Scooby-Doo if this was back in the day. But
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Pouring beer on him, kicking him in his ass.
Yeah.
Yo, could you imagine what Stone Cold would have did to Scooby-Doo? Get this son of a bitch out of my ring.
Yeah.
This stupid son of a bitch. You seen what Kane did to the chicken and all that shit? I was saying I'm not taking it seriously. Bruce, do you hear this guy on the mic? His delivery? His Bruce, come on, man.
Of course, yeah. I know. I mean, we were putting him over as before Bray Wyatt as the best heel that they had in a while. Now you got Bray Wyatt, but I agree.
He wasn't allowed. Bruce, imagine where he would have been by now if booked properly, if used properly. The heat he could be getting, Bruce. The heat he could be getting, and he can wrestle. He can wrestle, man.
Oh, the dude was fucking great. Remember when he was calling people in the ring trying to find like a new assistant or some shit, and he had them answering questions and shit, and he would just go fucking bury him, even though
that was gold.
Shit was funny.
It was gold.
He fed right into The Rock on that one SmackDown segment that Mad Genius sent to me.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, the guy's good.
And he wasn't sensitive about it, Bruce. Did you see him being upset about him having to do the favor? Not at all.
No, you saw Cena and CM Punk get a little snarky with The Rock, obviously.
Unnecessary. That sensitive shit.
Yeah.
Jesus,
Well, that's because CM Punk's a whiny little bitch, and Cena's just fucking Cena.
Well.
Oh, I said that about CM Punk. Yeah,
all
you heard it.
Gloves are off tonight.
He's a whiny little bitch.
Wow. So moving on. Los Matadores against Ryback and Curtis Axel.
Move on. Who fucking cares?
Well, there is something to get to with it. But by the way, I do not agree with you about CM Punk because if it wasn't for him having that personality where he wasn't going to take shit, you know what I mean? That perception that he's whiny or whatever is why
he's a whiny little bitch.
Well, that's fine, but I don't look at that in a negative connotation. I look at that as positive because he really broke through that glass ceiling for a little while there, you know.
Oh, yeah. CM Punk could have had the run he always envisioned in the perfect way he would have always envisioned, and he still would have been a whiny little bitch about it. That's just who he is.
That is. He's never satisfied, and that's a good attitude to have, actually.
No, not satisfied. It's not about being satisfied. He's a complainer. That's what he does.
Okay, well, we agree to disagree. I think it's just a matter of feeling he should be treated a certain way, and he sees The Rock come back, he's like, no, why is he getting the main event at Mania and not me, you know? So I understood where CM Punk was coming from, but at the same time, I understand where you're coming from. You know what I'm saying? All right, so anyway, the Shield come out, they distract Ryback and Rycrap and Axel. The Los Matadores go over on a distraction. I mean, think about this, though. You go from Scooby-Doo coming out, and here comes the Los Matadores, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Fuck. Really? This does not feel like a show I should be watching at this point at all. Here comes fucking Scooby-Doo, and here comes El Torito, you know? But anyway, so the Shield come out, and I'm like, all right, you know, there's a chance of something good happening here at least. They attack Ryback and Curtis Axel. Roman Reigns takes Curtis Axel out. Outside the ring, they send him into a barricade, or he sends him into a barricade, sorry, and then Roman Reigns hits the spear on Ryback in the ring and fucking took him right out of his wrestling boots. That was a really good spear. And then Ryback took the triple power bomb. Roman Reigns, I'm going to say this now, because a lot of people like him right now. But I will warn you that you are going to see a bunch of people turn on Roman Reigns if they don't give him more than a spear, a drop kick on the apron, Superman punch, power bomb, and believe that. If they don't start giving this guy more, people are going to start to get sick of him. And I'll go ahead and let you guys talk about that.
Oh, I agree. He's still super green. He's come a long way. Let's just say that. Even from 012, he's come a long way. He had got derailed. He blew out his knee in 012 and came back, but they're gonna have to give him more than that shit, because if not, then he's gonna turn into fucking Cena. Better than Cena, obviously, just naturally more talented than Cena, but you're gonna have people saying up he's got the same 5 moves. So I would like to see a lot more out of Roman Reigns in the ring. It's just gonna take time.
And you know what? Fuck. You know what? Stone Cold had 5 moves when he was in his prime and he had broken down. The Rock had about 5 moves. Hogan had about 5 moves. You know what pisses me off nowadays? The whole fucking the mentality of the fucking wrestling fan base. That's what I wanted to bring up earlier. You know what happened to fucking with hip hop and basketball and wrestling? Nobody wanted to watch basketball anymore. Everybody wanted to be a basketball player. Nobody wanted to just sit there and be a motherfucking fan of hip hop. Nobody wanted to listen to rap anymore. Everybody wanted to be a rapper. So now with wrestling, with the explosion of the internet, and especially in the early YouTube era, Bruce can identify with this, when all those out-of-work wrestlers needed some pocket change and they just started making shoot videos. With the explosion of that and the internet and the dirt sheets, nobody can just be a fan. Nobody can just sit back and watch motherfuckers wrestle and enjoy a good match, because everybody thinks they're in the know now. What do they call them? The smarks, the smart marks. Everybody's a fucking smart. Everybody's using behind the scenes terminology. Everybody's talking about buried and shit.
Yo, Grit, you cut off, bro.
So cut off.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Billy. Hills will probably drop off and come back in.
Yeah, I'll come back. Yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, I think the guys need to have good mic skills and stuff like that. So just, I've heard them do interviews and stuff. I mean, just be yourself. That's what they did with Stone Cold. To do with The Rock, they kind of turned the volume up to like 11. That's what you should do. Just be himself, come off like a badass. That Superman punch to me is like, they should change that to an uppercut or something, because like Superman's comic book character, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's the way he lands it. I'm like, we're not really getting a lot of force. I mean, technically, not really getting a lot of force behind that. So it looked better to me if that was an uppercut, by the way. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're just probably going to let him just simmer where he is right now, and he'll never get any hotter than he is. I mean, it's just the way it is with wrestling.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? Where's he going in this fucking company? Cena's gonna be on top for another 5 years at least. Who the fuck cares? You like Roman Reigns? Enjoy it. They're gonna build him up. He's gonna be the monster of the mid card, and when they can't build him up anymore because he's reached his peak, they're gonna feed him to the fucking machine. They're gonna feed him to the fucking machine. Who cares? You think I'm just being a pessimist? You think I'm just being a troll? No, you dumb fucks. Our dicks hang low on this panel. You understand me? Alright? We some 3-legged motherfuckers up here on this panel, man. And we speak the fucking truth, man. You understand what the fuck we trying to tell y'all. This shit is corny. Your favorite motherfuckers have no... All you Dolph Ziggler fans, what has the last 2 years been like for you? How the fuck could you keep watching this shit? They gave him the little belt at the night after WrestleMania. What the fuck? He got the biggest pop of WrestleMania weekend, and it was on the Raw after WrestleMania. And to pacify you motherfuckers. And other than that, he's just been buried. You know what I'm saying? And when it comes to Roman Reigns and his limited move set, that's another problem with today's fan base. Everybody's too smart for their own fucking good. Everybody knows what's going on backstage. Everybody knows how this should be done and how that should be done, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up and watch some wrestling. Like Bruce tells the motherfucking guy, shut the fuck up and wrestle. Be a fucking fan. Don't be a booker. Everybody wants to be a booker. Stop acting like you're a booker. Stop acting like you're a promoter. Stop acting like you're none of that shit, motherfuckers. You're a wrestling fan. You're a wrestling fan. Do you ever hear us get up? That's one thing about these reviews. Do you ever hear any of us get up here and talk about what these guys do in their personal life? Do you ever hear us talking about what such and such is doing behind the scenes, or we heard this on the dirt sheets, or these rumors? We talk about what we see in the ring, whether it's something we like or most of the time it's something that we dislike. I don't give a fuck who's fucking who. I don't give a fuck who has beef with who has heat backstage with who, unless they're gonna bring that shit into a feud or into a program they're having with each other. I don't really give two fucks. That shit ain't important to me. I don't understand how the shit flipped around and where that's more important than what people are seeing in the ring. And I blame that on Vince. I blame that on the blow up of the Attitude Era and all that shit. It's almost gotten to the point where the wrestling is secondary. So I think even if you gave Roman Reigns 25 new moves for his arsenal, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. He's going to be fed to the machine. And 90% of WWE fans don't give a fuck about wrestling. They don't give a fuck about wrestling. They don't care about it.
They care about merchandise sales and ratings and all that bullshit.
Thank you, Bruce. Thank you. I know you could alliterate what I was trying to convey, man. I know you get what I was trying to express.
We didn't give a fuck about the ratings back in even during the Monday Night Wars. It was who's gonna have the better show.
That was it, Bruce. That was it. Who was gonna do some crazy hardcore shit? Who was gonna get bloody? Who was gonna go out there and fuck each other up?
ECW.
Thank you. And they was probably last in the ratings. I didn't know when the fuck to catch them on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just knew it was a buzz about them. And oh man, I passed by the old Elks Lodge today on Queens Boulevard. I was driving. I couldn't take a picture. I want to take a picture for you. You know, I really wanted you to have that pic. I will get the chance to.
TNA is going to do some shows at Hammerstein.
No, they're going to go to the Grand Ballroom now.
Oh, they changed that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I gotta find tickets.
They can't run the Hammerstein.
No, you know why.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you off the air.
VIP overtime.
Yeah, I'll tell you then.
And I'll try to get, if TNA is up here, I'm gonna find a way to go to that show. I know they went along.
I think the Grand Ballroom is like part of the same area as the Hammerstein. Like it's two giant places next to each other, something like that. So.
Yeah. But we gotta have a Blitz team member up in there, and it's just nobody cared about that, Bruce, back in the day, man. Nope. Nobody cared about that.
That's why I always say I don't read the dirt sheets. I don't care.
Why?
I just want to see what's on TV, and then people are like, "Huh? This guy doesn't read dirt sheets? What?"
Did you hear about this? Or did you hear? No, I don't, because I'm turning on my TV for 2 hours.
Dude, Matt Genius and I have been bombarded, and it's fine. You know, we're not trying to take a shot at anyone here, but we've been bombarded with Jeff Jarrett's promotion. Does he even have a promotion?
Oh my God! No! I need to touch on this because y'all motherfuckers keep asking me about Jeff Jarrett's promotion. This motherfucker do not even have. You don't even know if he got anybody on his roster. And you talking about he gonna take over second place ahead of TNA, and he gonna do all of this and do all of that. This motherfucker don't even have a wrestler on his roster yet. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Oh, you must not remember when he started fucking TNA way back in the old day, when it's just the very first show they ever did had a fucking midget wrestling match on there. But this is the guy who's gonna take over second for take over second from TNA.
I hate Jeff Jarrett. I do not like Jeff Jarrett.
Fuck out of here. Fucking, you don't even know what the fuck type of promotion is gonna be. You don't know what type of wrestling is gonna be. You don't even know if it's even a fucking promotion yet.
Yeah, it's
a rumor.
I don't get the infatuation with the dirt sheets. I don't.
Fuck Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah. So anyway, moving on. Next, Michael Cole interviews Triple H. This is gonna be great, right? Triple H rambles on about being COO or being a competitor, the difference between the two. He says that Daniel Bryan asked...
Michael. He's a competitor.
Yeah, he's a competitor. He says that Daniel Bryan asked for the game and got it. He talked about fans being apathetic, soft, pathetic, little people with no power. And when they don't get what they want, they cry about it. And then he says, he tells the fans, once you send me a tweet. Sounds like he's crying about there being an alternative point of view to their entertainment product to me. There may be a little bit of truth in there with some of the stuff he said, but they cry about people having an alternative point of view, and that's why they try to categorize fans as IWC and this other stupid shit, which show me a person who watches WWE who doesn't get on the internet. I'll say that again. Triple H says it's on him to change the future. He says we're going to start a reality era.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
No, he said this is the reality era now. And the fucking sheep went right to Twitter and got it trending. Reality era. Because we're like, yeah, we got a label now. Yeah.
Bruce, can I just touch on this real quick?
Yeah.
Understand, I need y'all people to understand. All these labeling of errors by the WWE, even the Attitude Era, especially the Attitude Era, it's a marketing campaign. People, when we go back and when we was watching the Bulls, like after the third chip or whatever that they won, we'd be like, we're in the midst of the Jordan era. But it wasn't marketed as such. Errors are labeled and things like that after they've happened. Years on down the road, we look back in retrospect and we say, yes, that was the Hulkamaniac era, or that was the NWO era, or things like that. You don't just coin a phrase to title an era at the very beginning of its inception. That's bullshit. That's called a marketing campaign, y'all.
You know what that era was? That was the WCW's kicking your ass era.
Oh, but they've always done that, though. Even the Ruthless Aggression era. Vince coined that right when he cut that promo in the ring and all the wrestlers were on the apron.
It's a marketing scheme. Yes, it's a marketing scheme, people. The way they use this word era, they pimp it out.
Attitude Era was a marketing scheme, and the entire Attitude Era was a marketing scheme. Like, we don't consider the 90s the Attitude Era.
No, none of us do.
Exactly. You had ECW, WCW, and WWE.
No, as soon as fans do that, like I literally snap judgment reaction, got to be a young fan. If they're like, back it was the Attitude Era, I'm like, WCW was kicking their ass for a long time until Stone Cold won that belt.
Wrestling, it encompassed WWF 90s wrestling.
Yeah, WWF, WCW, ECW.
That's 90s wrestling. That's not the Attitude Era. You know what I'm saying? ECW was not the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era was just like Matt just said, it was the marketing campaign deployed by Vince and his media machine to label their product. That's what their
and to try to claim all of the stuff they were stealing as their own.
Hence the use of the word era. Because none of that shit was original by Vince's promotion.
No.
None of it.
It was labeled as extremely crappy wrestling, and then they started doing everything ECW was doing.
And I don't, Bruce, even stealing their talent to bring them over and have them.
Of course.
Mankind, where did you think Mankind
fucking Al Snow, Stone Cold, all of them.
Come on, man.
And dude, I gotta say this. The funniest thing that I find is when a WWE fanboy, which if you like the WWE, I'm not judging you for that.
I am.
No, I'm not. I don't give a fuck who likes what. But when they come at me and they go, "Oh, that's a WWE retread," and I'm thinking, okay, Hogan was an AWA retread. Macho Man was a retread of his dad's promotion. Bret Hart was a Stampede Wrestling retread then. Then Stone Cold was a WCW retread. We can go down the list.
Undertaker, WCW, Shawn Michaels,
WCW,
AWA, Mick Foley, ECW, WCW.
They literally think that these guys were born and then they started their careers in the WWF or WWE.
No, WWF and E, the only company that ever put era on the fucking wrestling, on the time frame in wrestling. WCW doesn't call it the Goldberg era or the NWO era.
Oh, and by the way,
it was what it was.
by the way, at this point in his promo where he called it the reality era, I was battling falling asleep. This was a boring promo. And then he continued to say, at WrestleMania, he's going to end Daniel Bryan's run as the top guy, and I fucking kind of went, and then he said, I'm going to end the yes movement. Nobody's going to stop me from winning the title. The reality era means that the reality is he's going to walk out of WrestleMania as the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but, yeah, whatever. Boring promo. It was boring.
You know I'm on board with
Bruce.
this shit, Bruce. I told you this shit over the
All
weekend.
right, explain.
I'm on board with this shit.
What do you want to see?
I want to see Triple H fucking bury Bryan and walk out of Mania as the fucking champion at this point.
And why?
It's all that's left. Y'all motherfuckers don't understand that this shit ain't gonna change. It ain't gonna change. The product ain't changing. Motherfucker Bryan ain't gonna get the push he deserve, even if he do get the fucking belt. Cena's still gonna be the top guy. Everybody else and their mama still gonna get fucking buried. Fuck it, put the belt on Triple H. Why not? Why not?
Not for nothing.
This was Triple H's best promo. Y'all is letting this motherfucker win. He coming on here taking everything y'all say and fucking trolling y'all with it and still getting paid off of y'all motherfuckers. Triple H is winning right now. Fuck that. Fuck what? Just like Grish was when Batista came back, how Batista's a real motherfucker. I ain't saying Triple H a real motherfucker, but this motherfucker Triple H is on his game right now. Trolling the shit out of people.
Oh, yeah, he's trolling. Yeah, he's using the
trolling the shit out of people. This motherfucker Triple H is winning. I want to see this motherfucker.
He called all the fans punk bitches, basically.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's what WWE's been doing that for the last 10 years.
And they're buying their tickets for next week's Raw.
I want this motherfucker to go into Mania and fucking pull out an actual golden shovel and hit Bryan with that motherfucker, win 17 seconds, go to the main event, and win the fucking belt. And then fuck it, have a fucking match at the end of Mania after that. Cena versus Triple H and put the belt back on Cena. Fuck it. Y'all don't understand this shit ain't gonna change. Maybe WWE got to do something to show you. Fuck it. Put the belt back on Cena or put the belt on Triple H. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all y'all WWE fans. I want to see the fucking looks and the fucking crying and the despair on y'all faces after fucking Triple H wins the belt or Cena wins the belt. I want to see that shit. It brings me joy. Like the fucking Rumble, when Daniel Bryan didn't come out for the Rumble and you had all the little fans in the crowd and all the grown-ass men standing there wiping tears from their eyes and shit. I want to see that shit again. That shit fuels me right now. This shit fuels me, you fucking WWE marks. I hope so fucking bad Triple H walks out as the champion. I hope so bad. Look, if Triple H do that shit, I'm buying a Triple H shirt. I will be on the review the next week with a fucking Triple H shirt. I kid you not. I hope this motherfucker walk out with the belt.
He knows their fans are stupid. He knows that's a smart dude. He got in with Michaels and all those guys when he first came over there. He knew who to get in with, and he got in with the boss's daughter. He's smart. He has agendas and shit. And he knows the fucking fans are stupid. He's always known that shit.
And he calling everybody out on that. He calling all these fucking homers and sheep and fucking marks out on that shit, and they just want to stand there and cry. That's why he go in there on TV talking about, just go on the internet and cry. You're damn right, Triple H, and you know what? You're winning right now. You're winning right now, brother. Props to you, my dude. Props to you. Fucking win the belt at Mania. Fuck it, why not?
They're still gonna cough up the
product
fucking
any worse than it already is. It can't make it worse.
Listen, you have a point. At the end of the day, Matt Jizz is speaking truth. In all honesty, the worst thing that could happen is Daniel Bryan winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's the worst thing that could happen because what it's going to do is going to pacify the sheep for a little bit. And it'll snuff out any even thoughts of revolution or wanting change for a little bit, and then it'll be back to business as usual with the WWE. They'll get the belts over him, whatever. But if the worst thing that could happen for wrestling, and I know it's gonna sound so twisted and fucked up, but the worst thing that could happen for wrestling is Daniel Bryan winning the chip at WrestleMania, because it's gonna be the biggest smoke and mirrors trick that was ever pulled. So in a weird way, I have to agree with Matt Jizza. I need Triple H or John Cena to win the fucking championship at WrestleMania. I need that to happen. I need one of those two, or even Batista or Randy Orton, anyone. Any one of those motherfuckers. And I don't think Batista is gonna get it. But I need anyone but Daniel Bryan to win it, because the worst thing that could happen for this, especially for people who want to see change in this company, the worst thing that could happen is Daniel Bryan winning the championship, because that guarantees no change. There is smoke and mirrors. They're showing
Cena
you
still be the top guy.
at
Cena
the end
still
of the
gonna be
day.
number one.
At the end of the day, Daniel Bryan, somehow, some way, he'll be. Why are they pumping this fucking Cena Bray Wyatt fucking shit, Bruce? It's what are we, like a couple weeks away from WrestleMania
True.
30? WrestleMania 30, Bruce. It's not like this is WrestleMania 23 or WrestleMania 27. This is WrestleMania 30, and there's absolutely no fucking hype surrounding it, man. You got guys coming out. Please go back, y'all. Please, please, please fucking go back, man. Whatever you got to do, go on my channel to see what I watch. See what I don't give a fuck how you got to do it. Find a way. Look at the feud. Look at the feud that was building up. You had Foley. You had Mankind. You had Stone Cold. You had The Rock. And the shit they were doing building up to WrestleMania 15. I implore you. No, fuck that, man. On some G shit. I beg of y'all, man, go and watch the Raws and the promos and the matches and everything between The Rock and Stone Cold, and the matches with The Rock, Stone Cold, and Mankind and Vince. Go and look at that build-up to WrestleMania 15. And how the fuck can you ever watch this product again when they're coming up to what's in number and in metaphorical sense and in so many ways their biggest WrestleMania to date, and it's falling flat. There's nothing to invest in emotionally in this fucking product. It's their Super Bowl. It's their biggest Super Bowl of all time coming up. Besides, I say WrestleMania 1 that you got to put up there, a couple other Manias. But other than that, like, this is WrestleMania 30, man, in the Superdome. And there's nothing that anybody cares about that's involved in this shit, man.
Who's main evented the last 3 Manias?
Thank you. You know what I'm saying?
Who's main evented the last 3 Manias?
Cena. You know what I'm saying? And they had to bring The Rock in there just for somebody to give a fuck about him main eventing him. Even when he had his match against The Miz, you know what I'm saying? You had to have The Rock come in there and do the little shit before. And look at the build-up. It was a 3-year build-up with months in between the shit. But this right now, there is nothing. If the only thing they have, all right, you got Brock versus Taker. Then you got this little bit of steam with this whole Yes Movement, smoke and mirrors, bullshit charade that Vince is pulling on people. And that's it. So I already see the path they're taking, Bruce. You got Triple H coming out here and cutting this promo, trying to be the ultimate heel. And it's falling flat because no one's emotionally invested in it. Nobody cares. And the sad part is, just like Mad Jizza said, he's speaking pure truth. He's sitting up there and telling facts to these motherfuckers about themselves to their face, and they fucking sheep. They don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? But could you imagine trying to talk like that to us back in the day? The heat he would have got. You motherfucker, who the fuck you think you talking to? Batteries would have been thrown at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. Back then, we didn't know about all the wrestling jargon and terminology and how things were worked and all that backstage. We just knew if you came out to that motherfucking ring, you had better wrestle your ass off, and you better not suck on the microphone, because you was going to get it from us. And that's all we fucking cared about. That's all we fucking cared about. And the irony of this situation is he's coming out here and using all these things against these guys. All the internet smarts and the IWC and all that shit. He's coming out there and using all their own shit against them. And it's still going right over their fucking head. He knows how to work it. All right, that's what it's all about. That's what wrestling is nowadays. A bunch of guys complaining on the internet. That's what wrestling fans are. I'll use this to my advantage. And as Bruce would say, more power to you, Triple H.
Oh, I
More
fucking
fucking
love
power.
this shit.
You gotta love this shit. More power to you, Triple H.
You have no idea. I just want to see this motherfucker walk out with the belt and see everybody complaining and crying online and shit, and then see the same stupid ass motherfuckers in the crowd the next night at Raw.
I love
fucking
it.
music to my ears.
I love it, and that's the sad part about this shit. Because if it could be them using it for the smoke and mirrors. He's coming out there, Bruce. He's trying to get people emotionally invested into hating him, and so he could be the top heel at this Mania. So whether they're gonna work it to put Brian over or whatever, nobody cares. It's to the point where you remember back in the day where you hated the heel so much. There was people who hated The Rock, even if they hated to love him or they loved to hate him, whatever it was. So that's why the feud was so good. By WrestleMania 15, you wanted to see Stone Cold beat his fucking ass. You wanted to see Stone Cold beat his ass. Nobody wants to see Daniel Bryan beat anybody's ass. At the end of the day, they just want to see Daniel Bryan win the chip. That's what I don't get. Back in the
Shit
day,
that has no value.
exactly. Back in the day, Bruce, you wanted to see Stone Cold as the champion, but you wanted to see him beat somebody's ass to get the belt. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Now, even after the fucking beating that Steph and Triple H fucking put on Daniel Bryan the other week, nobody cares about seeing Daniel Bryan beat anyone's ass. And that's one of the reasons why I went into my rant a couple weeks ago. At the end of the day, you don't want to see him. You know how badly people wanted to see fucking Stone Cold stun Vince? You know how bad people wanted to see him go out there and open a fucking can of whoop ass on people back in the day? You know what I'm saying? Even in the Hogan era, you wanted to see, go fuck Bundy up for crushing your ribs. Go fuck him up for that. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, these fucking marks, they don't care about seeing someone beat somebody's ass. We just want to see Daniel Bryan win the championship. We just want to see Daniel. That's all they care about, Bruce. And so now going into WrestleMania, everything's so distorted and so far away from what it's supposed to be that your biggest WrestleMania of all time isn't worth shit. You got this guy coming out here. What kind of heat has he built for himself, Bruce? Over this last, 2 months? He's been trying desperately. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's him losing touch, not understanding that nobody cares about heels or faces anymore. Nobody wants to see a heel get their ass beat anymore. Guys want to complain about shit and just see their favorite wrestler with the belt. We wanted to see our favorite wrestler beat somebody's ass back in the day. All right, if he's gonna get the belt to do it, that's just the icing on top. And that's what used to lead to such great Mania matches for us. You cannot say that about this Mania. You cannot say that about this card. I don't know what the fuck it is nowadays, Bruce. But this is sad. And if people don't understand where I'm coming from, go suck Buffalo dick. All right.
And Sam Flame Cisco fuck faces.
Thank you, man. Because you'll never understand. My man Billy, my man Bruce, and even the young boss, man, just understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
We wanted to see somebody get their ass beat. None of these fucking marks want to see anybody get their ass beat. They just want to boo Batista. They just want to complain on the internet, and they just want their fucking man crush Daniel Bryan to have the fucking belts. But they don't want to see him beat somebody's ass.
That's been my whole thing all along. Fuck the belt. The belt has no fucking value. I want to see him as the top guy because I'm a Bryan Danielson fan. I want to see him as the top guy. Fuck the belt. The belt don't mean shit. Even if he do got the belt, we seen what the fuck they did with CM Punk. Fuck the belt. That shit has no value. That shit ain't had no value in over 10 years now. Fuck the belt. You know, I see him as the top guy, all fine, well and dandy, but y'all just want to see him have a championship. For what? So he can come out in the second match on the fucking pay-per-view? Not main event the pay-per-views? So fuck boy Cena could main event pay-per-view still? Fuck that. Fuck it. Put the belt on Triple H. I don't give a fuck no more. I'm not even trolling y'all right now. I'm dead ass fucking serious. Put the belt on Triple fucking H. Cause I would love to see that fucking look on y'all faces. Love it.
Well, you may get to see that. I think there's a good chance. They seem more concerned with trolling fans at this point, the WWE, and shove it in the fans' faces that you guys aren't going to do shit. You're going to keep buying these tickets. Fuck you.
They take everything y'all hijack Raw. They turned that shit into Occupy Raw. They flipped that shit on you. What? The whole yes chant shit, they flipped that on you. They turned it into the fucking yes movement. everything y'all talking about. The whole CM Punk best in the world. I'm leaving the company. I'm not happy. What the fuck they do? They start putting it on T-shirts and start selling them. Fucking Cena sucks chance. What the hell they do? They put it on T-shirts and start selling that shit to you. That's all they doing. That's all they've been doing. Every little thing y'all complain about and all of this other shit, they just put it on a T-shirt and sell it. And y'all motherfuckers is buying them, showing up to the shows in those same fucking shirts.
Why do you think Cena smirks in the ring?
Cause he know he getting paid off of this shit.
Yeah, he's like,
keep booing
like,
me, fine.
like,
I'm gonna sell more of those T-shirts, and I'm still gonna sell the other ones.
check clears on Monday.
Yeah, what? I ain't even mad at Cena. I ain't even mad at Cena at this point. Get your money, homeboy. Get your money. These motherfuckers is too stupid to realize what the fuck they watching, and too fucking stupid to turn the fucking way from this shit. As much as you say you're not happy with it, but you still watch it and still go. Fuck it. Cena, get your money.
No.
Get your fucking money.
No. That will never change for me. From the first time I saw him, I said, fuck this guy.
Well, I don't like him as a wrestler, as a character.
Cena is in that Lex Luger, Jeff Jarrett category for me. Where I see him come out on TV and I'm like...
Oh, same here, but I'm saying if the fans are still going to be stupid enough to show up and watch this motherfucker and boo him like that's going to change some shit, ain't Cena fault. He just getting his paper. Fuck it. I still hate him as a wrestler and as a character, but if these motherfuckers are still stupid enough to go buy Cena sucks shirts from WWE and show up just to boo the guy, who's the fucking dumb one?
All right, next we got the Bray Wyatt and John Cena legacy video package. It's all about John Cena's legacy. Bray Wyatt's coming for his legacy, and nobody fucking buys that shit. Let's be honest. They could put any song they want on there. Eminem, fuck, they put Elvis on there. They can put Dean Martin on there. I don't give a shit. Cena's legacy is not on the line in that stupid fucking match. The only thing that I'm interested to see is how many minutes does it take for him to kick out of Bray Wyatt's finisher? That's about it. So then we got Cody Rhodes versus Fandango. The match didn't last long. It was a theme of the show tonight. Goldust and Summer Rae danced outside the ring. And it cost us...
That bitch Summer Rae looked like fucking Gargamel from the Smurfs. Ugly ass bitch.
But anyway, this caused the distraction, and Cody Rhodes hit the disaster kick on Fandango for the finish. Whatever. Alright, so next we get to Hulk Billy Mays Hogan. That's my new nickname for him. We had Hulkamania, we had Hollywood Hogan, and now we've got Hulk Billy Mays here for OxyClean Hogan. Because that's basically all he's done so far since he's been back. He's Hulk Hogan, Billy Mays, the infomercial guy. Every week that he's been out there, which has been, what, third appearance now? First week, it was, I'm glad to be back, WWE Network. WWE Network. And I understand they got to, their business, fine, plug the network, but not, like I said at the time, not during that promo. This is Hogan's big return. It's supposed to be a big deal. It's not supposed to be about him plugging the network. Second appearance. You know something, Mean Gene? I was at home, and I was watching all my matches on the WWE Network. And then this week, you know something, brother? Arnold Schwarzenegger's got a movie coming out. Okay. Whatever. And then Joey Manganiello, I think is how you say his name. Hogan talked about being excited for Mania. Yeah, sure he is. Excited about getting that paycheck, though, I'm sure. I'm just excited about being back and whatever. But Arnold did get a good pop. Arnold Schwarzenegger got a good pop. He talked about inducting Bruno Sammartino into the Hall of Fame. He called Hogan a hero. And then Arnold Schwarzenegger did it. I wish Danny was here. He does a great Arnold. He started talking about Hogan's biceps, triceps, deltoids, pecs.
Oh God, I wish Danny was here so fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
Right now, man.
Get down. Yeah.
Get out of here.
That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good.
Come on.
You're dominated, yeah. But but you know, fuck. I guess the spirit of Vince McMahon. I put out a tweet a couple weeks ago where Hulk Hogan had returned, and he gets in the ring, and he's getting ready to rip off his shirt, right? And this is an old clip, and he starts ripping off his shirt, and Vince is like, "Yeah, rip it off!" And I'm like, awkward.
Vince was jizzing all over himself. Arnold and Hogan in the same ring.
Oh, he was.
Only thing he could have did was roll Sean out there, and he would have been complete.
Arnold, you're gonna talk about his deltoids, or you're fucked.
You killing me.
But anyway, Joe called Arnold the greatest action star and Hogan the greatest champion of all time. Arnold asked if he and Joe could be in the Battle Royal, and all of us are like, Arnold's not going to be in the Battle Royal. And then The Miz comes out. Yeah, The Miz is awesome, yes! So The Miz fucking comes out. He predicts he'll win the Battle Royal, blah, 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 blah. I'm skipping over my notes with that. Hogan's like, you know something, brother? It's WWE Network. You're in the middle of Hogan country. And Miz says people are still talking about him beating John Cena at WrestleMania 27. Miz says Joe, Arnold, and Hogan don't belong there. Hogan acts like he's going to do something. Joe tells Miz, you want us to leave? Make us leave. Joe pushes Miz. Blocks the Miz.
Joe who? Who's Joe?
Joe Manganiello. Yeah. Joe who, exactly right. But punches him in the stomach. Arnold backhands him. Arnold with a little beast backhand there. And then Hogan throws him out of the ring. And that was that. So, whatever. Hogan and Arnold in the ring at the same time. You know. Cool. Hulk Hogan and Conan the Barbarian. You know what I mean? Terminator. All right, so next we get Titus O'Neil versus the Big Show. Big Show squashed him in a rushed, boring match. So
get out of here!
Get down! Get to the chopper! But once again,
come on, Billy!
You're dominated. I'll be back. But when, folks,
you think this is the real Quaid?
Oh, by the way, Grits, we were talking. I recorded a VIP video. I recorded 41 of them, but in one of the VIP videos that I recorded today for the website, I'll share this with the YouTube viewers. But I was talking about TNA and the marketing and stuff like that, and you're gonna like this, Grits. And we were talking about this off air, Billy and MG, yesterday. I said, well, TNA's marketing campaign reminds me of Rocky 1. You remember what Rocky 1, right, Grits? Mm-hmm. Remember, hey, yo, Adrian. He takes Adrian to his house, right? He's got He's got her in the apartment, and she's like, I'm not supposed to be here, And she's like, my brother's expecting me to come home. He's like, hey, yo, you want me to call Paulie? I'll call Paulie. Remember, he opens up the window. He doesn't even have a phone. He opens up the window. He's like, hey, yo, Paulie, I got your sister. That's the TNA marketing campaign. Is pretty much Rocky. Hey, yo, check out our show, They actually had some marketing. They could compete with this garbage, but the thing about it is this: you look at. That's why 5 people show up to their house shows. Like, hey, yo, got a show tonight. But hey, yo, Adrian, I told Paulie there's a show tonight. You got talking to start the show. You get a match. You're talking, you get a match. Talking, quick match. Talking, quick match. Same fucking pattern every week. Oh, but you got to see Cena backstage looking in a mirror. What happened to the backstage segments? That's one thing about TNA that they've actually been doing a lot of lately. They were shit December, January, and then now all of a sudden they're doing all these backstage fights and they're starting to do a little more edgy matches. Still don't compare to when wrestling was better. Let's not get this confused. But WWE, talk, body slam, finisher, pin. Whoa, he won! Here comes the game. You know, same fucking thing every week, man. It's the same pattern every week. It's boring. Raw is boring. I don't say this to feed into anything or for any other reason than it's fucking boring. Tell me that's not the same pattern every week. Like the Occupy Raw, the WWE fans were like, was that as good as the beer truck? Do you think that was as good as the beer truck? What? Have you been that conditioned to where it's talking match, that one segment like that warrants these comparisons to shit that was
Bruce, you remember the pop when Stone Cold rolled through that motherfucker with the fucking pop alone, man.
Dude, fucking Stone Cold could have come out. Hold on. Stone Cold could have come out in a Porta-John with wheels, and he would have gotten a pop like that. Let's be honest. Stone Cold could have done whatever he fucking wanted, and he would have got that type of pop. And it wouldn't have been a chant. It would have been a cheer. And I'm not.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, holy shit! Yeah, he did it.
Maybe. Maybe.
He did a suicide dive between the middle and top rope, a move that Brett and Owen and CM Punk and all these other guys did every match. And that got holy shit chants tonight. We'll get to that in a minute.
Are you shitting me?
No, a suicide dive got a holy shit chant.
Get out of here.
Pretty soon Michael Cole's going to be like, well, they tie up, they lock up. Holy shit, oh, the fans are really into this, the collar and elbow tie up here.
Watered down.
Yep, just add water, as Ross would say. So we get Triple H, Stephanie McMahon in the Shield. Now remember, we got a match. We got to get some talking now. Triple H, Stephanie McMahon in the Shield. Okay, the Shield asked Triple H why are Kane and the New Age Outlaws coming at them. Basically, paraphrasing, fuck going into every detail of some of these promos unless they say something unequivocally stupid that I got to bring up. These promos suck. And Triple H says there's a problem, if there's a problem between you guys, then you take it up with the New Age Outlaws and Kane. Like, we have nothing to do with this. Oh, clever! And then Stephanie says that they're going to sit down and talk about it. And Roman Reigns, he got a new line this week, guys. He got a new line. Yeah, we will. Believe that. I'm like, oh, man, he's really showing personality now.
Wow.
Fucking let the guy show some motherfucking personality.
They're booking him like fucking Ryback. When Ryback would come out and say 2 fucking words.
Yeah, feed me more. What? He's like, yeah, we will. I love the way he tries to make it look epic. The poor fucking guy. They get all the wrestlers together and they hand them their fucking 3x5 cards. And Roman Reigns, they hand him Pat Patterson starts digging around in his pocket and hands him a little sheet of paper. He's like, Roman Reigns is like, this napkin, yeah, I ripped it off at lunch. Okay. Yeah, we will. Believe that. All right, I'm going to go practice. Really? That's all the motherfucker gets? Can you imagine Roman Reigns in the mirror? Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will.
We will. Wait, shit, I fucked up. We will.
You could tell he tries to put something behind it because he's like, yeah, we will. He does that shit. And I'm like, fuck. They got a super talented guy here, and they're making him look like a schmuck. I mean, damn. They let Bob Backlund talk more than that, and he was fucking nuts. I mean, come on. Shit. And I just shit on another one. Another guy I didn't like. That put him in a match with Brett at WrestleMania. That's a great way to use Brett. So next we see John Cena in the bathroom, and I couldn't.
Well, what better place than for him to be in the bathroom next to the fucking toilet?
Now remember, he's going against the guy who wears Hawaiian shirts. Him and his friends live under a bridge. They're homeless hobos, and they're Jimmy Buffett. He's a Jimmy Buffett wannabe, but now all of a sudden he's scared. You know, this is believable. Okay, John Cena. For the record, it was just so they could show him in his new shirt. Let's be honest here. And he literally, like, I'm nervous. Let me splash some cold water on my face. And then you see Eric Rowan's mask peek around the corner. And Cena, he looks up in the mirror and sees the mask, and he's like, oh! And then he turns around, the mask's not there. Oh, wow! The creativity of this segment.
Telling the fear of the match.
The back of his shirt should have said "even richer."
Yeah, it should.
Even richer.
Even richer. And on the bottom, and you're even dumber. You know. But the fact of the matter is, this thing sucked. You know. And then he turned around and acted like the mask was never there, and just, well, I gotta get ready for my match. Let me think. What am I gonna do when they boo me? And next, we get John Cena versus Luke Harper. Okay. This is the honest to God's truth. I think that I'm doing a 30 years of WrestleMania article, and I got WrestleMania. I'm up through WrestleMania 15. And I'm gonna start really banging those out this week. I was trying to get caught up on my Q&As today. I get so many Q&As on the website. It's crazy, and it's hard to keep up with everything. Don't, MG. But the I know you're halfway tempted, but don't. I think I have the all-time Michael Cole blunder in my WrestleMania 15 article, by the way. But Michael Cole says, you know, John Cena, he believes he should work hard, show up on time, respect friends, and respect enemies. And I'm like, what does that have to do with this dude being a good wrestler? I don't understand this marketing John Cena like he's the Pope. You know, I don't get that. This guy, you know, John Cena, Mary Poppins is proud of him. You know, I don't understand the way they market him. You get the same shit as usual. Cena stumbling around the ring, looking top heavy. He power bombs himself doing the Hurricane Rana. Okay, so he didn't completely power bomb himself, but he was close.
Harper saved it.
Yeah, he did. Kicked out of everything. Yeah, Michael Cole blowing dick on the commentary. And then right as Cena was about to get the win, we got something new. You know, this was awesome. The lights go off.
Oh, I thought you said this is an awesome chance.
Oh, there were. Awesome. There were.
Oh, it was pitch black in the arena.
It was dark. The light.
I've never seen that.
The Wyatts turned off the lights somehow. Okay.
Awesome.
It was great. And then all of a sudden the lights came back on, and it was a very dangerous segment because Cena's arms were trapped in the ropes, and he had a mask on his face.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And he could have suffocated from that mask. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with that. Those things have killed children before.
Yeah. Dude, I couldn't believe the reaction. They're like, holy shit! Wow! This is awesome! This is awesome! And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at it, I'm like, I saw Andre the Giant get tied up in the ropes in almost every match that he wrestled in Gritzel. That's what I'm saying. The lights went out, he ended up tied up in the ropes, and he's got a mask on his face. What is awesome about this? I don't understand.
Well, Andre never had a plastic mask on his face.
That is true.
Motherfucking Savage get bit by a snake tied up in the ropes.
I know, he got bit. Yeah, they did.
And now that was an OMG moment.
Yeah.
You know, when Savage got bit by Jake, and by the way, Jake the Snake was like, come on, bite him, you know. But Savage actually got sick after that happened, for the record. I think it was supposed to be defanged, and they didn't have something right. Oh, go figure. And who cares? The lights came on. He's tied up in the ropes. Eric Rowan's mask is on him, and they're standing over him. Ooh, they really fucked him up, you know. I'm thinking, what? How does it? John Cena next week, I'm going to get you back for putting that mask on my face. You know, what? How the fuck does that sell a match? You tied me up in the ropes, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Bruce, you got to tip the cap a little bit.
I got to tip. Hey, VIP Blitz team. But the fact that you guys, but the fact of the matter is, it did nothing for me. John Cena's garbage, and oh no, he got tied up. Why couldn't Bray Wyatt set him up on the apron? Let's just go a crazy spot here. You're trying to sell a match. Nobody fucking wants to see Cena anyway, except for little kids. And you take John Cena and you scare the little kids. Remember when the WWF used to take pride in scaring the kids? With like Papa Shango and like even $1 Million Man, they're like, whoa, this guy's a fucking asshole. He kicked the basketball away from that little boy. You know, just the little things that they used to do. Now it's like, oh, Cena ended up with a mask on his face. Oh my gosh. You know, look how it's not even Halloween. And you know what if Bray Wyatt took him up on the fucking ring apron and then gave him a Sister Abigail through a table on the floor? Now that right there, it's like, okay, now his character needs to get some get back. But tied up in the ropes with a mask on his face and holy shit chance? What fucking planet am I on at this stage of the game? Who fucking chants holy shit? I mean, more power to them. I'm not trying to judge them, but I'm giving you my honest feelings on this. I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, he's tied up in the ropes with a mask on his face. What is holy shit about that? Lame.
If anyone wants to invade the United States, they'd have a really easy time of it right now, I'm just saying.
Well, it's kind of like at least with the ministry, remember the ministry and the blood?
Yep.
And all that shit. At least it was like, oh, that's supposed to be blood, you know? He had a fucking mask on his face. Who fucking cares? And I'll say this, spoiler alert, at WrestleMania, John Cena kicks out at 2 after taking the Sister Abigail. And I'll turn it over to you guys.
Well, no one's ever kicked out at 2 the Sister Abigail, so that'd be a first. Definitely cement.
Well, they've been saving that for Cena. Come on now.
Well, it's going to cement his legacy even further as the greatest of all time for sure. Yeah, he'll bury Bray Wyatt, and yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead, MG.
Oh yeah, he's gonna bury Bray Wyatt, and then after Triple H wins the belt at Mania, he's gonna be the guy to take the belt off of Triple H. So all is well in the world of WWE right now. Get that money, get that paper.
You imagine Triple H at the end of the WrestleMania, at the top of the ramp, just holding both the belts up, doing that yell, like, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Grown ass man, fucking crying, tears running down their face. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to show up next night. I'm going to show up tomorrow night, and I'm going to boo.
Oh, fuck it. Have that suspicious car driver who picked up Orton that one day try to run Daniel Bryan over and see him as the replacement in the fucking title match. Fuck it.
All right, let me break it. Because clearly, with John Cena, we all think he sucks. Okay? Yeah. He's the shit factor of professional wrestling to us. To other people, he's their hero. You know,
they act like the guy's a fucking god.
By the way, the Make-A-Wish doctors are the heroes and the soldiers are the heroes, not him. I'm going to continue to make that point. But you got to respect Cena. No, I respect the doctors and the soldiers, you know. So what? So they exploit that shit. That doesn't mean I have to respect him. I don't fucking know him. Do you respect strangers? Here's the fact of the matter, though. We're talking about Bray Wyatt, the best heel that they have had when it pertains to a dark character heel since what? CM Punk and that whole cult thing.
Oh, Straight Edge Society.
Straight Edge Society. Probably the best since then. He's going into a match at Mania with Cena. Here comes another guy that they're going to fuck up. That's my prediction. I mean, Bray Wyatt is awesome. So what do you guys think about that? Do you think they fuck him up at Mania? In the comment section on the panel, I mean, I think based on track record, we'd have to say yes. And then I'll say another thing that might happen is, remember, Cena never got his get back on Daniel Bryan. What if they put that fucking belt on Daniel Bryan and everyone's like, yep, buying the network, I got it, we're in. WWE's back, we got Daniel Bryan as champion. Yeah, Cena beat Bray Wyatt, but Daniel Bryan. And then the next night on Raw, Cena, I want to be the #1 contender, and then he's going to get his get back. What if that goes down?
Bro, you literally just like fucking read my mind. I was in the hangout the other day with James and Joe, and I told these guys, Bryan's going to win that belt, and Cena's going to take it off of him at SummerSlam. I almost guarantee that shit. I said this, and I knew it. I just had this feeling in my stomach that it was going to happen. Bryan wins that belt. Cena takes it off of him at SummerSlam. It's happening. You can almost book it. I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. Hey, unless they put the belt on Triple H at Mania, I'd be completely fine with that at this point. So, then Cena beats Triple H for the belt at SummerSlam. Works for me either way. But they're going to fuck up Bray Wyatt. They fuck up everybody. You can just instantly assume that they water wrestlers down. Cena never loses a feud clean.
No.
I mean,
no. I want to hear Grits on this though. If he's there, he might have had to step away for a minute. I would like to hear what Grits thinks about Bray. But Mad Genius, if you could tell the folks about how Bray gets to write his own promos, how he's actually been allowed to do some things. How did he end up with the freedom? I don't get it. I mean, they've actually let someone kind of do their own thing, and look at how good it's been. And everyone else, they're like, "Here, Roman, yes, we will believe that." I don't get it.
He's not necessarily a Triple H guy, but he was one of the bigger characters down at NXT once Triple H took over, and Triple H takes a lot of pride in these NXT guys he's been bringing up, i.e. The Shield, i.e. Bray Wyatt. So they're going to be given a little bit more freedom than everybody else. Still not going to be given the freedom to go over on Cena, but going to be a little bit more freedom. Plus, I get the feeling that they've known Bray Wyatt has had this talent for a while now, and especially after the character, and like I said, the guys who used to write Bray Wyatt's, character down at NXT used to write it along with them, either aren't with the company anymore or don't book on the main show. So Bray Wyatt's really the only guy right now who knows the character, in terms of just the psychology behind it and the different mannerisms and stuff. He's the only one on the main roster that knows it, because Dusty Rhodes is the guy who gave him the character, and then Rob Naylor, who was Dusty Rhodes' creative assistant down at NXT at the time Bray Wyatt was down there, is no longer with the company. So, right now Bray Wyatt's the only guy who really knows his character. Plus, he really gets into it. Like he really sinks his teeth into the character, which is what makes it so good. And he's only given so much freedom. Like, he writes them, and then he obviously has to get it approved by the higher ups, and they tweak whatever they don't like and whatnot. But it's a rarity. Like, you're not going to see this happen often, where guys get to write their own promos. It is a rarity, unless your name is Roman Reigns. They probably tell Roman Reigns he can write his own promos. They just say keep it to 2 words, and he has to scatter and go through the fucking dictionary to find 2 words that just sound badass. That's probably what they do with Roman Reigns. He's like, okay, believe. Okay, we got believe. That's a common word we use.
Believe
what do
that.
I say after believe? It or that?
That.
Fuck it. That's a longer word.
Yeah.
Believe that. Like, what?
It gives me 2 more letters, yeah. Well, they're booking Cena to be the underdog.
Meaning he wins.
Yeah.
That's the formula, people.
And they've probably been working. You notice how they've kept Cena separate from him after that clusterfuck? The first time they were trying to cut promos, and Bray Wyatt's trying to cut the serious promo, you're a liar, and this and that. And Cena was just like, oh yeah, you're a hobo. A fucking childish-ass promo that he cut. And then...
it's kind of the thing. It's kind of the same thing with like like a Roman Reigns where they really believe in the guy, but to a certain degree, especially when it comes to Cena.
Dude, and they gave him another piece of merch. I don't understand this era of fans who take pride in how much merch somebody sells. I do not get that. Well, he's the guy because he sells the most merch. Let me tell you something. If I started selling merch to the viewers and I switched the shirt every month, could probably move some T-shirts. You know, I think that just about anybody, if they got the amount of merch that Cena does, then we're going to move some merch. You know, and I don't know. I'm really not into the Cena and Bray Wyatt thing.
Wrestlers say it too. Jericho was saying on that podcast. Where he said the merchandise shit. Fuck, has anybody had a fucking lobotomy?
I don't know.
God damn, man. Like.
Well, that's the shit factor of professional wrestling segment. There isn't much to really talk about this week because he didn't cut a promo, thank God.
Yeah, fuck him.
And just fuck Cena. Next we got Naomi versus AJ Lee. AJ Lee took the count out. Naomi went over with her eye patch. Who cares? And then Vicky Guerrero comes out to confront AJ Lee. I'm surprised this didn't get a holy shit chant. And Vicky, I mean, fuck, they were chanting for everything.
That's true.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot to bring up in the Cena and Luke Harper match, they did a holy shit chant, like I said, in context, for a suicide dive that a lot of wrestlers...
I wouldn't go holy shit chance on that, but I'll give him some credit for popping for it at least. There's only been really two other big guys who who do outside dives like that. Mike Awesome obviously being one of them, and Taker with the plancha. But,
he went over Mike Awesome went over the top rope.
Well, that's what I said. Mike, of course, I got to mention Mike Awesome first, and then Taker with the plancha. But you don't see big guys his size doing shit like that every day.
There's be a little pop for that. That's fine.
The holy
shits weren't the holy shits weren't warranted.
Holy shit for a guy having a mask on his face? Come on, dude. The crowd, I'm all for lively, rowdy crowds, but tonight it was just, we're happy to be here, you know. But Vicky announces that AJ Lee's going to compete in the Vicky Guerrero Championship Invitational at WrestleMania with Naomi, Cameron, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella. Oh, this is good, you know. Natalya, MG's, Eva Marie, Emma.
Fuck that.
Oksana.
That bitch can't wrestle.
I know you would. Oksana, Alicia Fox, Summer Rae.
Alicia Fox, my God.
Rosa Mendez.
Wait,
Layla.
not Summer Rae. You mean Gargamel?
Yes, Gargamel. Rosa Mendez, Layla, and Tamina Snuka. So
who and who?
They're gonna have they're gonna roll out every diva that they have, and the match will still last 2 minutes. So
no, they're not. The main divas.
Well, yeah.
Alicia Fox though, man, I'll tear that ass up.
Well, next we got the Hall of Fame inductee. No DDP this year, even though I will stand on my laurels here and say that DDP was the one that played a huge hand in Jake the Snake and Jesus Ramon, Scott Hall turning their lives around. If WWE is going to put up the WCW pay-per-views and the wrestling fans or entertainment fans or whatever you want to call them nowadays, I don't even know what you'd classify some of these fans as now. I don't like Grit said, a lot of them aren't even really in it for the wrestling. They want to watch the male soap opera, but which is fine. I don't care what other people watch it for. I honestly don't. But, DDP was the man in WCW. He's one of the most popular stars in WCW history. And if you're going to hold the rights to WCW, obviously there's no chance for WCW to have a Hall of Fame right now. So, some of the ECW top guys should go in. WCW guys should go in. I don't give a fuck if they have to have an alliance. WCW, ECW, ring of their little Hall of Fame, but DDP should be going in this year. I mean, fuck, it only makes too much sense with everything he's done for Scott Hall and Jake. I feel real bad for DDP because when he went to the WWF, they fucking turned him into just a wacko character and buried him. Literally.
They didn't even mention his WCW work when they...
No. When he came in for, what was that, Old School Raw?
No, I'm just talking about when they said we're inducting Razor Ramon. They didn't
Oh,
even mention. They didn't mention his. They didn't mention the
oh, it
NWO.
never happened. WCW kicked their ass
Yeah.
up until Stone Cold won the belt. You know, but fuck it, it never happened. Um, but anyway, before DX, before Stone Cold, before DX, but anyway, before Stone Cold, before The Rock, there was one guy who proved it was good to be the bad guy, Razor Ramon, and they showed some of his old vignettes, and he's going in as Razor Ramon. So, I don't know. I think,
Bullshit.
yeah.
It's
But,
bullshit that DDP's not going in because if he goes in next year, he's going to end up being overshadowed by the two guys they're talking about putting in.
and we'll talk about that in the VIP overtime. Bloodsportsnetwork.com, my friends. Um, the fact of the matter is, I have no problem with Scott Hall going in at all. But I just think that there should have been room that should have been made for DDP. I think that everyone should send some support to DDP and say, hey, you're a Hall of Famer to us. I'm going to send a tweet to him. Because I used to love watching him, and that feud with him and Savage. You can go back and watch the matches, but you won't get the gravity of the feud. The feud was epic. You had two intense guys going at each other. I mean, it was awesome. All right, next, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins against the Real Americans, Cesaro and Jack Swagger. Dean Ambrose had a couple of okay spots. Jack Swagger sucked. The guy sucks balls. Let's face it. Cesaro was all right. At times, it kind of felt like they were going through the motions a little bit in this one to me. But Seth Rollins was in beast mode again as usual with his front flip plancha, which I'm all for, holy shit chant, because that's crazy. And his blackout finisher, I don't remember what they called it. Michael Cole had a new name for it.
Something with the face in it. I can't remember.
I don't know. Some corny WWE shit, After the match, Roman Reigns speared Cesaro, and Cesaro got put onto the Lego table with the triple power bomb. Of course, after Seth Rollins cleared the stuff out of the way first, gotta make it look safe. I just hate that. I don't understand why the announcers are right there. I say it every time, and why can't they clear it off? Why the fuck does it have to be through the Lego table? Pull a table out from under the ring. I fucking hate that Lego table, man. Always have since they first introduced it. I said, "What's this? The table's made to fall apart." Fuck. And Michael Cole was like, "Oh, they put him through the table." I'm like, actually, no, the tabletop just fell with him, and he didn't go through anything. But anyway, that's one of my pet peeves. But it's okay. There are a couple good spots in there. So we're to two things that I liked on this show. Kane and the New Age Outlaws challenge the Shield. Kane tells the Shield that they're going to annihilate the Shield. Believe that. Who's looking forward to the Shield against Kane and the Old Age Outlaws? And Mad Genius, it looks like I was right in that VIP overtime video with this one last week. Where I was like, what if they put the New Age Outlaws with him, remember? And you were like, oh, no. Yeah. And I was a big New Age Outlaws fan, but come on. Here we thought we were going to get this big Shield triple threat match potentially, or something good with the Shield at Mania, and Kane, Ugh. So we get a Paul Heyman promo. Paul Heyman's in the middle of a very good promo. He's talking about how great the Undertaker streak is. Lesnar just cuts him off, and Lesnar says that he's there for a fight, and Undertaker, I'm here, you're here, let's do this! His voice kind of went Lesnar at the end there. So the Undertaker Druids and a casket shows up, and Brock's waiting for the Undertaker to show up, and I'm like, okay. I know the Undertaker takes a long time to get to the ring, but the Undertaker doesn't come out. Brock Lesnar checks the casket. There's nothing in there, and he's like, is this a joke? And he tells Heyman that he's leaving, and all of a sudden, Undertaker shows up in the casket. OMG. And then he sits up. It was pretty cool. He sits up, does the eyes rolling up in his head thing, and then another ass segment. They had him just beat Brock Lesnar's ass, knock him out of the ring. Lesnar backs down. By the way, that bump that Lesnar took out of the ring was insane. Very athletic bump out of the ring. And then Lesnar's in the aisle, and he's like making these faces, and he points up at the WrestleMania sign, and the Undertaker.
Fuck Undertaker and his streak.
Okay. But the Undertaker pointed at the sign too, and that was your Raw. So there were two things I liked.
Lame ass fucking streak. I'm tired of seeing the Undertaker.
Guys, I am not trying to be negative for the sake of being negative. I thought this shit fucking sucked. I was not kidding on Twitter when I said I got to the 9:09 mark. It was 9:09 Central Time. I paused it and ended up going over 40 minutes behind because I was so frustrated with what I was seeing. I said, this is ass. I can't watch this crap. And ended up finishing watching it. That's why we got such a late start tonight. It's my fault. But at the end of the day, what a crappy show. Holy fucking shit. Of course, it's subjective. If you liked it, then hey. But I thought it was fucking trash. I want WrestleMania 30 to be good. I want it to be good. I don't want to watch it and have it not be a good show. I don't want to tune into Raw on Monday and have it not be a good show. But right now, WWE is straight fucking ass. You got Fuckboy Buckethead with Bray Wyatt. Wow. You got the fucking Shield. You know, and he's definitely going over on Bray, it looks like, at Mania with the pre-match build. You got the Shield. And then they're going against Kane and fucking the New Age Outlaws, the Old Age Outlaws, the Middle Age Outlaws, however you want to joke about it. Biggie Langston and Christian. Oh, boy, it's going to be a good 5-minute match, you know. Andre the Giant Battle Royal is starting to look like it could be the best part of the show. You know, I'm going to go ahead and throw this out there, and don't take this the wrong way, Undertaker fans, but let's be honest. The Undertaker's matches got better in recent years, but there have been a lot of Undertaker matches at WrestleMania that had a good build, but they sucked.
Yep.
And I'm a little worried that this match may not be that good. I hope it is. I want to see Brock Lesnar and Undertaker fucking shut it down so I can say, yeah! Yeah, you younger WWE fans. The older guys went out there and shut it down, but I am really starting to wonder. And then you've got Triple H and Daniel Bryan, and then the winner goes into a match with Batista, who clearly has shown nothing to tell any of us that he can wrestle at this age, and Randy Orton. Last week I said that I'm starting to get that WrestleMania feel. It's gone. I thought the show sucked last week, but like I said in my short version review, which I will do a short version review too. But like I said in the short version review, at the end I said, you know, the show sucked, but for some reason I'm getting that Mania feeling. So I want to see what happens with Bryan. You got Lesnar and Undertaker. I still want to see what happens with Daniel Bryan. You know, I understand the points these guys are making, but I look at Daniel Bryan as a guy who busted his ass in ROH, as a guy who busted his ass in Japan, and I think he deserves that chance to at least hold that belt up, because eventually this shit's going to fizzle out, and I think there's no chance that he'll ever be the top guy. Not as long as Cena's there. And I at least want him to have that honor of holding up that belt. You know, I know it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but with everything this guy's done in his background, I think it'd be, at the very least, you know, some sort of feat of perseverance to even get to that point. Because let's face it, in the WWE, the deck's been stacked against him. I mean, they've tried everything to keep this guy held back. And
talk about the Mick Foley talking about how the whole even Hug It Out segments even came about.
Oh, yeah. Mick Foley was talking about how the Hug It Out segments, the reason that they went with those Hug It Out segments was because Daniel Bryan doesn't like hugging people. So they were like, oh, you don't like hugging people? We're going to make you hug Kane.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, man. I'm really disappointed right now. My energy's low tonight doing this review. I'll finish it off with this. Okay, I've got low energy and I feel drained. I actually started working on stuff for the website at 6:30 this morning. So I'm getting close. By the time we're done with the VIP video and I got it posted on the website, I will have been working for 24 fucking straight hours on shit. So I am tired. But there is one little rant that I have in me here at the end. And that is, why the fuck do they gotta feed Bray Wyatt to John Cena? I don't understand it. There's nothing they can do to enhance him. You've done everything that you can do. They're trying to book John Cena like he's 80s Hogan. He's not 80s Hogan. 80s Hogan was over. 80s Hogan had captured the attention of the entire world. You had people not paying their rent. I mean, just so they could go see Hogan. He would come out and people were fainting. I mean, the fucking guy was an icon. Buff Bagwell said it best. Buff Bagwell says that when he looks at John Cena, oh, he's got some talent, but he is where he is because of the way he's been booked. I see right through all the bullshit with this guy. All of it. Make-A-Wish, you gotta respect him. He does charity. Okay, why aren't you telling me I need to respect the doctors that are actually taking care of those kids? Or the parents that have bills over their fucking head who probably can't pay them fucking bills and will die in debt because they've got a sick kid. But you got to respect Cena, right? Or you got to respect the troops. Or excuse me, not the troops, Cena. Because he shakes hands with troops. No, how about I respect the fucking troops that have to go to unjustifiable wars and get killed and shot? How about I respect them? How about I say fuck Cena and the fucking marketing campaign that they've shoved down our throats with this guy? You finally get a guy in Bray Wyatt where you can look at him and say, this guy's entertaining. Bray Wyatt's entertaining. Oh, lo and behold, he's got a match with Cena. So what if this whole time we finally get a guy in Bray Wyatt who's entertaining, and this whole time the plan is, oh yeah, we'll build him up just like all these other fucking guys that they've used. We'll build him up, feed him to Cena. Yeah, Cena's got to conquer the monster. Fuck Cena. And I'm not talking about the man. I don't know him personally. I'm talking about the whole Cena thing. Comes out in a new fucking neon t-shirt tonight. Fuck that t-shirt. I wouldn't even waste my time wiping my ass with that t-shirt. And if people can't understand that I find him to be as entertaining as Lex Luger was, then I don't care. Every time that guy comes out, gets in that ring and wrestles or starts talking, I think to myself, this is the biggest overachiever in wrestling history. Period. I've never seen the face of a company who's been a sustained face of a company who I find to be less talented. And then you get a guy in Bray Wyatt cutting these cryptic promos. The guy gets in the ring and he can fucking go. He's a different character. It doesn't feel like the cookie cutter character. And they're probably going to take that away from us too as viewers. So fuck them and fuck Cena. Go ahead, MG. I give it a 1 out of 10.
Oh, my bad. I stepped away to go make something to eat. On top of them fucking up Bray Wyatt, they're going to fuck up this Shield thing. I told these guys before we went on the air, listen to the fucking reaction the Shield got tonight. Just listen to it. I mean, and Grits touched on it, man. The Shield, all three of those guys have the fucking it factor. All three of them. It go fucking nuts for Rollins and his athletic ability and his high energy. Reigns is the badass. Ambrose is the crazy motherfucker. People love the Shield. Turn them face, and it looks like it's worked out for the better. But you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna bury Rollins and Ambrose at the expense of Reigns. They're gonna bury him at the expense of Reigns. And I've always said I like Roman Reigns, but I don't want him elevated at the expense of those two guys. and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Rest of the show was shit. You already know I don't give a fuck about WrestleMania. Fuck the Undertaker and his overrated ass streak. And you can call me a hater, you can say I'm crazy, but go look at the fucking streak. King Kong Bundy, Big Boss Man, Kane, old, Mark Henry back in the day before he was the current Mark Henry, Giant Gonzalez. And the streak wasn't shit until he fought Orton. And that was like 12 matches in. Fuck the streak. I'm tired of seeing Undertaker at this point. The booking Brock Lesnar like a fucking pussy. Your fucking former UFC heavyweight champion in there with Undertaker. Undertaker beats his ass. Yeah, I totally believe it. Fuck this product, man. I don't even like watching this shit. And I swear on everything. If it wasn't for these reviews, I wouldn't watch this shit. I wouldn't even waste the time watching this shit if it wasn't for these reviews, because it's a waste of fucking time. I'd rather spend those 3 hours watching an hour of ROH and another hour of another company that I enjoy. Fuck it, I'll watch 2 hours of TNA and an hour of ROH. Make it 3 hours and I'm done. That's enjoyable. Show was a fucking wreck. 0 out of 10. Fucking 2 weeks away from Mania. And you still ain't got nobody to give a fuck about the goddamn card. Fuck it. 0 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. Show's trash. 0 out of 10. I'm gonna take away another point for the crowd being a bunch of idiots. -1 out of 10. Those people fucking are simply retarded. They can see on their side of the fence that I'm gonna say millennials, because there's some people that are pretty smart that are younger. So I'm out on that one. They can see on their side also with my group, though. Fucking hardcore list, they know what they like. A lot of people look back at our generation of wrestling that are younger and sports, NBA and stuff, knew it was better. This stuff's fucking plain out ridiculous. Undertaker and Lesnar, there's just it's indisputable fact that Lesnar would kick his ass in a minute. I know it's wrestling, so it's different, but I just don't see that shit. Looks stupid to me. Daniel Bryan, Triple H, I don't give a shit about anymore. So.
And you had Triple H in that ring calling you a bunch of pussies. You know what? He can call the people there that, but guess what? Those of us, every time they come around and we don't go, and those of us who don't buy the pay-per-views and things of that nature, guess what? He ain't talking about us. He ain't talking about us. I'll tell you that right now. Shit, now I'm woke up again. I was starting to get tired. Man, let's go do that VIP overtime. You can follow Grits on Twitter at Grits718, Virtuoso Sports, or Mad Genius is Virtuoso Sports on Twitter, Virtuoso Sports on YouTube. And then you can find Billy by doing a YouTube search for Scatterjagged. He's also on Twitter, Billy Ray MJ. I'm going to take this heat over to the VIP video. We're out. Subscribe, like the video. Thank you if you do either or have done either. And visit my channel for my other videos on the NFL, NBA, MMA, boxing, and pro wrestling. Raw sucked. There's no way to sugarcoat that. It sucked. I hope it's good next week. We're talking about WrestleMania 30. I want to enjoy it. We all do. Let's face it. We want to enjoy it. Short version Raw review tomorrow. We're out. Fuck Cena.